Hey now.
Hey. How y'all doing?
Good evening and God bless.
Team Thomas is here. Y'all come
Yes.
on in.
Yeah. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in the room.
Come on in and join us.
Come on in the room.
Come on in the room
Come on in the room.
to join us.
Jesus is my doctor.
Yes, he is.
And he fills out all my prescriptions.
Yes, he does.
Hey, God bless y'all.
Y'all
God
come
bless
on
you.
in the room. Come on in the room. Come on now. We got some good topics for y'all today.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you who don't remember, this during the pandemic, during COVID time, this used to be a segment that my sister and I did called Sister Chat. And while we missed that, we decided to do a husband wife Team Thomas chat. And we hope that you are enjoying it because this is something that we enjoy doing. We enjoy doing something, some kind of some sort of entertainment for y'all. Not that y'all
Yeah,
need
something
it.
we let our hair down and
Yeah.
not be so
Or let your braids
regimented.
down. Let your twist down. Her twist
Because
this
I,
time.
I I used to post a lot of political stuff on my page and
Yeah. Yes, Lord.
all right, I had to cut that out. Well, I didn't have to, but I made a decision to.
Well,
Doc Stevenson is with us. Hey,
it's just
Doc.
a different format that he's using now. It's not Facebook. It's just what is it?
Yeah,
Twitter,
TikTok.
So
So yeah, if you go on TikTok, you'll see some videos I put out there. So,
yeah.
that's where I get my politics in.
How you doing, Dr. Stevenson?
Hey,
Thanks
hey.
for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I was talking to Dr. Stevenson last week about the sight and sound, maybe getting a little bus ride together. She said, but we already seen Moses. Like,
yeah, we did see Moses, right? Yeah.
We did. They need to come out with a new one so we can get these bus rides going again. Those are
I'll
always
go
fun.
see Moses again, though.
Would you?
I like
Yeah,
Moses.
I would. I just,
cool.
I just enjoy the fellowship.
Yeah, me too, and the food and stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
and I like the theater. The theater made it so real, real.
So what are we gonna talk about first,
well,
lady?
It is what it is. We have a few topics.
It is.
We have the king was coordinated this weekend.
Right? Yeah, that's right. The king
was coordinated.
The king of England.
Yeah, the king of England.
Whoopee!
I mean, to some that's a big deal.
It is to some. Hey, Roz.
Hey, sis. Get mommy on too. Let mommy see.
Yeah, tell me it's a big deal to me. I don't see why anyone in America would be
interested.
Maybe interested is not the word, but not make it a big deal. They has no impact on America.
Well, it's royalty. That's. I mean, I'm.
Royalty is a made up concept, though. It's not really.
I mean, to those who do this research and to those who to you, but for people who don't do the research as much, I look at the royalty and the fanfare. I'm like, oh, that's so cool, that's so nice. But then you hear the real stories behind it and how they got to that point. It's like, hey, that's not so cool. That's definitely not so cool.
I mean, I don't see how they should be so like worshipped. Like, what have they done? It's like the only thing they did that was of significance was be born into that family. It's not like they did anything to deserve accolades or any major accomplishments. They just happened to be born in the royal family, and they treat I don't care for them because they treated the little girl from America like trash. They treated her like garbage.
The little girl, the grown woman, you mean?
Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
I said that I shouldn't call her a little girl, but wasn't she a kid star or something on a kid show?
No, she wasn't a kid star. It was an adult. But at any rate, or any point, yeah, that is something that she did that they did that wasn't right. But that's not the first time they've done something wrong.
No, of course not.
to
No,
anybody.
no.
And they did her really dirty because she was being more people were receiving her more. People of color were receiving her more so than the other. And that she was getting more popularity. She was kind of like a Princess Diana,
Mhm.
and she was a woman of color, and they didn't like that. And they were thinking, Prince Harry and Meghan, Princess Meghan, were thinking that, you know what, this would be a great opportunity to build bonds, to repair, to restore, or not even restore, but repair the things that have been going on throughout the years, and helping her, putting her in the, letting that be the face of
Right, right,
royalty.
right,
They
right.
thought, hey, this would be great. We can mend these broken, fences, for lack of a better word. And the royal family, or the people behind the news and media. I watched a documentary. That's how come I know something about it.
Okay.
But that's why it was that's why it was broke. She was brokenhearted because they didn't want that.
They could show some inclusion
Right. They
by
can show
putting her,
inclusion.
yeah, but they weren't there.
They didn't want that.
Nah.
They might have said that they wanted it, but when it came
Nah.
down to it, they really didn't want it.
Nope. And hey, Pastor Barnes, God bless you.
Hey, how you doing, Pastor?
Evangelist James, Jerry Ann, God bless you. She's from the Fellowship. Bless you.
Hey, how you doing?
Bless her heart. Thank you for joining us too. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
oh my God, I have a problem when people put a front out there, and then when they actually have an opportunity to make a difference and to change culture,
Yeah.
they choose not to. And the way they treated that young lady was foul. And I already knew that, that they were not going to be, it wasn't going to be good. I knew that.
You knew that from the beginning.
Yes.
How did you know that?
Because
I think you even knew about it, that they were
no,
getting married.
no, I wasn't really, following it closely, but I knew there was going to be some white lash on that young lady being put in that position. I knew that.
Yeah, but we looked at it as Black women. We were like, yes, we were just so
a Black
excited.
princess. Yeah.
Yeah, and then for the little girls, we were just so excited. And then for it to turn out the way it did, it just shows you that obviously racism is alive and well in every area,
Every corner of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But think of it this way. That family would rather ostracize one of their sons than to accept a person of color into their group.
What does that say? What does that say? And they always said, well, he was the rebel. He was the one that, always kind of got into stuff, whatever. But that was still your family. And you accepted him when he did do all those things. But once he marries a Black woman, then that's where you draw the line. Yeah. And that speaks volumes.
Yep. So this is what they want everybody to look like. That's what they want. They ain't want that young lady in there. No.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted. That's the picture.
Yeah, they wanted to paint. Yeah. And then they were saying things about her baby, saying,
how
dark is he gonna be? And he'll never be king or prince or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
that was so foul. And that hurt her. And even while she was pregnant, saying things before she even had the baby, just so many mean things. But people are mean. People do mean stuff out of spite. And God will have the last say, if you ask me.
Amen. But I agree. I mean, I give what's his name? Harry?
Harry.
Yeah, I give Harry props because he accepted, he stuck by his wife.
I didn't even care.
He gave up, his monarchyism, if that's a word.
He gave up his line. And it was so funny. He everybody compared him to Coming to America, how Prince Akeem, when they were on the train, and he was like, I'll just give up everything to be with you, and it was a real live Prince that was giving up everything to be with his wife. And
and they cut him off too.
Yeah. And they were saying, well, we'll just take a step back. We won't be in the limelight or anything. We're going to move to Canada. So we'll just help out in that aspect, because they still, And the thing is, they rather, like Reggie, like Pastor said, ostracize their own blood, their own
Yep.
flesh and blood because
Yep.
of one black woman. And they're getting all of these different tax. They've all these countries have to pay taxes to them.
Yep.
And a lot of those
Mhm.
countries are black. They
Mhm.
want the money, but they don't want the blood in my line. And that's so foul. That is so foul.
The other thing too, I don't know if the historically the king and queen of England and that family, the monarchy, they would petition or they would go to the Pope and ask if they could marry their cousin so that they could keep the bloodline pure rather than go out. And this is this, I'm not talking about in the 1600s. I'm talking about in the 1800s and early 1900s. They still were doing that.
Wow.
They were real. They listen. It's a lot of kooky stuff going on with
Yeah,
that.
a lot. And that's so unfortunate. But what are you gonna do? You just, that's I guess you just try not to make their problems your problems.
Hey, Jane Littles is watching, or she was, but she's still with us. And my boy Willis Wooten. God bless you, man. How are you? God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. Good looking at you. Or good seeing your name pop up anyway.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
So that's my take on that. I think
Yep.
it's unfortunate, Yeah, okay, good job. I'm happy for you, but I'm sad about what they did. And that's why she probably didn't even come. I don't know the truth behind why she didn't make it to
Oh,
the
they didn't
coronation.
come. Neither
No,
one of them.
Harry did.
Oh, but she did.
She did not. She chose to stay
Oh,
back.
okay.
I guess it was her choice. I don't know
She
if it was her
didn't.
choice.
She didn't want to mess up the family picture. She want to be the ink spot.
You're very funny.
They take the picture, right? They put her on the end and then crop her out.
That's so messed up if that was the case.
I'm sorry, it's just hilarious. I don't, But you know what? Love will make you do strange things. So I guess she loved him. He loved her.
Yeah, and
And
Tyler Perry came through for them really, really,
yeah,
really.
I heard
really
about
bad.
that.
Yeah, they cut them off, and Tyler Perry said, "Here's my plane.
Yeah,
You can use my plane to get where you want to go. You can actually use my house too."
yeah.
Gave up his house in California. To
He
let
got
them live.
he,
He's got a huge heart. He's got a huge
yeah,
heart.
yeah.
Tyler
God
Perry.
has blessed him, and he's been a blessing to a
To others,
whole
yeah.
lot of people.
Yes, he has. And you know who's silently, not to change the subject totally, but who's silently been blessing people's hearts is Nelly. He's been sending, the singer Nelly.
Nelly
He's been sending.
is hiding here.
It's hot in here. Yeah. Two people to college every year.
Oh,
He
okay.
sends people to school, and I think that's
Cool.
an awesome thing. And if I had it, I'd do it too. I mean, my little successful
Yeah.
girls, I try to do what I can with that. But yeah, I would love to do that, have that opportunity to bless other people. But at our church, we had a nice little scholarship function last week, and
Yeah, y'all
that's
did. That was really nice.
and that's
Yeah.
the goal, to help those who want to
Mhm.
obtain higher education. Give them a little push.
So, what do y'all think about that? Any comments on that? Y'all good with y'all? Anybody watch the coronation?
I didn't
Anybody?
watch it.
You didn't. I didn't either. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Get up for that.
They had it on a little bit. When was it? On Thursday or Friday?
It was this morning, wasn't it?
Oh, what?
Yeah,
I thought
it
it
was
was
this
no. I
morning.
thought it was Thursday.
No, it was this morning.
Oh well, no, I didn't watch it. I was calling them home.
Yeah.
Would you say here? You said the monarchy never mentioned BLM.
No, they never. You know how all over the world when George Floyd was killed, there were protests all over the world, and almost every leader of these various countries came out and made a statement and said, hey, we stand with Black Lives Matter. This season of killing unarmed Black people has to stop, and but not the monarchy. They never said a word.
No.
Nope, not a word. Never ever. But
Shame.
yeah. All right, well, what else? What about y'all? Are y'all happy the Proud Boys got convicted? 4 out of 5 got convicted. What's funny, what's really funny is that some of the right wing conservatives were saying, well, they didn't get convicted from insurrection; they were convicted of seditious conspiracy. So there really was no insurrection. But why that's funny is because they obviously haven't done the research and the homework, because seditious conspiracy, that penalty, that crime carries a 20-year sentence, whereas insurrection is only 10 years. So they were celebrating them, them actually getting convicted for a worse charge, a charge that carried more time than the one they would celebrate that they did get convicted for. So we're not going to convict you of manslaughter. We're going to give you murder. And it's like, yeah, murder. All right. It's like the most ridiculous. I don't get the logic sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whew.
I didn't even. I heard about it, but I didn't even really. I'm so tired. I'm just like done with that whole thing. I mean, something a bad blip in of American history.
It can be exhausting. It can.
It really. It's
It
just,
can.
especially with the cares of life, everything else
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah.
deal with. That thing. I'm like, I don't need that in my world.
That's why I got you, boo. I'll keep an eye
That's
on
why
that.
you gonna be.
I'll keep an eye on that, because the Thomas is not going to be snuck up on with none of this foolishness. We're not going to be caught out there. Nah. So,
Yeah,
but that's good anyway. That justice, while it's slow,
it's being served.
it is finally getting to these people that committed this act, and prayerfully it'll eventually get to those that are higher up.
Yeah, hopefully those who deserve it. But
Yeah.
if it does, it does. It is what it is. Right?
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is. So I see you have here
Yeah.
our beloved Jamie Foxx.
Yes. That's my
Beloved
man.
Jamie Foxx.
I'm a big Jamie Foxx fan. I think he is probably one of the most talented people on the planet. Jamie Foxx, there is nothing that he can't do, in my opinion,
Yeah,
as far as entertainment. He can sing,
yeah.
he can play, piano. He's a great actor. He can act dramatically. He can act comedy. He can do stand up. Um,
He's just gifted.
and this project, the project that he was on, I believe it was his first directorial. It was his directorial debut that happened when he got sick. Does anybody know anything about that in the comments? Help us out.
Yeah, because they were just saying it was a medical emergency,
Right.
but they didn't say and disclose
Specifically, yeah.
what the issue was. And not that we all really need to know. We just need to pray for him and that God has his way. But he is a great, oh my goodness, he can sing.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my goodness, he can sing.
And he composes songs.
And that's something that you never, like when he was in the comedy In Living Color, he didn't sing at all.
No.
He didn't sing at all.
Who knew?
Right. I didn't know until he got on his own show, the Jamie Foxx show, and saw him singing a song, doing the jingles, and everybody was like really, really, really shocked. But I have a story behind that. We were, my mom, my Aunt Lou, my Aunt Marion, I had a opportunity to go out to LA. Yes, let's keep them in prayer. I had an opportunity to go to LA when I was working for a company. They sent me out for some training. And while I was there, I was out there for 2 weeks, and my mom and my aunt came with me, but they did whatever they did during the day. And then I went to work, and then later on we got up, went out to dinner, and did some different things. So we were able to go to a taping of the Jamie Foxx show. And oh my goodness, what an exciting experience we had. We had such a great time. So after the show was over, and they were finished taping, they do like a little wrap up, and coincidentally it was one of the ladies' birthdays that day. And so one of Jamie's friends came up. Didn't know, I was definitely not known by anybody, and I didn't know anybody there. So make a long story short, one of his friends came up to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to meet Jamie?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so as my mom and aunt were walking, I was like, "Hey guys, come back, come back. We're gonna go meet Jamie." So they turned around and he brought us in to meet Jamie. And my aunt, he was up in Syracuse doing stand up, maybe like earlier that year. So we went like in the month of June, and then he was in Syracuse doing stand up in the month of February. And so my aunt, when we got a chance to meet Jamie, so down to earth, such a down to earth man. We were talking to him and just shooting. And then my aunt said, "Yeah, I saw you a couple weeks ago in Syracuse," and he was signing autographs for us. So he's looking down, yeah, Syracuse is cold. He was like, "Yeah, I was up in Syracuse. You were up in Syracuse a couple weeks ago. I saw." He said, "A couple weeks ago," and she's like, "Yeah, a couple weeks ago." He was like, "A couple weeks ago." And then he's just thinking like hard, like, "Was I in Syracuse a couple weeks ago?" I said, "No." I said, "It was actually back in February." He said, "Oh," he said, "I would have known that because Syracuse is cold." So we had such a great time. And at that time, I also met Sherry Shepherd. So it was Jamie Foxx, Sherry Shepherd, Fancy, or no, I'm not sure. I forget what her real name is. I forget what her name is.
Beauvoir. Something.
Yes, I met her. And so I'm saying all that to say that he's just like us. He's just on the big screen, but he was so humble, so inviting, and so down to earth. And so I especially want to, wish him well. And I pray that he, you know, you know, he comes out of whatever he's going through.
Yeah, and he's a believer.
Yeah,
he's a man of faith. Yeah.
And that Jamie Foxx is really not his name.
Right.
It's Eric Bishop.
Right.
Eric Bishop is his real name. And his mother was, had him when she was like a teenager. And so his grandmother and grandfather actually raised him. Mm-hmm. And then there's a twist to that where they found out that, like his mother was actually adopted. So, it was like he really didn't know who his lineage is. Yeah. But he's making a name for himself. So we just got to keep him in prayer.
Hey, Evangelist Garvin.
Hey.
You know what's funny though? He told a story about why he changed his name to Jamie Foxx. Did you hear that?
No.
So he was doing the comedy circuit in LA, and it's so competitive that if he went on one night, he killed, but because the guys that were comics were the ones who picked who got to perform. Mm-hmm. So the next night he came back as Eric Bishop, and they was like, "Nah, I'm gonna put this guy on because there's jealousy." So he couldn't get on as Eric Bishop no more because he had done well, and because it's like crabs in a barrel. So he noticed that the people with feminine names, the girls, were getting called because the guys, it was so many guys that they were called the girls. So that's why he changed his name to Jamie, so that he could get called. And then so when they called Jamie Foxx, they would be thinking it was a girl, but that's how he got his opportunity to exercise his craft. And then once he blew up, and he just
stuck with him. I mean, I guess I would do the same thing too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if a name sticks with you and it makes you get opportunities,
do what works.
Yeah,
right?
Do it works.
That's a smart move.
As long as it doesn't change you as a person. The name is just and a name is important. Don't get me wrong. Definitely a name is really, really important. But for him to get where he is today, he had to do what he had to do.
Yeah, so we're praying for Jamie Foxx. I'm
Foxx.
definitely a fan. Mm-hmm. So, all right, I'm gonna put it out there in the comments. I'm gonna give you 3 choices: Martin, Jamie Foxx show, or what? You got a third one, First Lady?
The Cosby Show.
Cosby Show or Bernie Mac. I was gonna say somebody like Bernie Mac or Damon Wayans show. Or,
wow,
out of those.
Oh my goodness, I love Martin. And I think those shows were kind of birthed out of the things that Martin was doing. Because if you notice, like Jamie Foxx,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Martin definitely broke the glass ceiling.
Yeah.
Martin definitely paved the way.
So I gotta give homage to the Martin show and what he did with that. And then from there, I think after that, I would go with the Jamie Foxx show and then the Damon Wayans show. I mean, the Cosby Show was a family oriented show, so that's kind of, I guess you can't really compare that.
Mhm.
But definitely Martin. I love Martin. He's silly. He's silly.
But you know what's amazing? Out of those kings of comedy, every one of them got a show, and Bernie Mac was the last one to get his show. And he was doing a stand up, like a special or something. He said, "Hey y'all, when am I get my show?"
right.
He said, "Everybody else got theirs." You know, Cedric and
The DL
Steve
Hughley.
Harvey and DL, they all got, but then finally Bernie Mac got his show.
Yeah, and God bless him. God
Yeah,
rest in peace.
God rest his soul.
Yeah. But there are some great comedians. Like I was watching a documentary about Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy, they're saying Eddie Murphy kind of paved the way for these younger comedians to come.
Absolutely.
But there were some comedians that paved the way for Eddie Murphy to come.
Oh yeah.
And then he actually said he would look at the comedy of like the Richard Pryors, the Red Fox, and different, comedians of that name. But then he said, you know what? I have to be myself.
Mm-hmm.
They already have that.
Right.
And so they said he actually saved Saturday Night Live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Saturday Night Live, they didn't have, they were like going into like a cancellation stage because they weren't drawing the audience. They weren't drawing the viewers. And then when Eddie Murphy got on, it was like they got a whole, viewership. Yeah. And it included a lot of people of color, and then white people too. He kind of crossed over. That's how he got those movies.
That's why I said that, Eddie Murphy really was the one that broke the glass ceiling, because Richard Pryor was hilarious, but he was not he didn't cross over that where he could be the star in a big budget film.
What about Silver Street?
That he was a co-star.
He wasn't like the main character.
Gene Wilder and him, they were like a buddy comedy team. Mm-hmm. But when you got to Beverly Hills Cop, that was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
He wasn't a comedy team. Mm-hmm. Eddie Murphy drove that.
And 48 hours.
48 hours.
Then the Clumps? What was the Mr. Nutty Professor?
Nutty Professor. Yeah. That was later on though, but yeah, the Beverly Hills Cop, the 48 Hours, those movies,
they sold millions.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, this guy can sell. Right. So they got him, and
now he made some bad ones in there too.
Oh goodness, yeah. What was that? The Golden Child. What was it? Orbit? Was it Orbit?
Norbit.
Yeah, and it was so crazy.
I don't care what you say. Norbit was hilarious.
Yeah, you like those crazy movies. I mean, the pastor would look at movies and be rolling. I'm looking like, I don't find the humor in this. but the messed up thing about this, Eddie Murphy was up to host the Oscars, and because he was up to get an Oscar. He was up to get an Oscar because 2 movies came out: the Dreamgirls movie where he was an actor, and was a singer in that movie, and then Norbit. And one was on one extreme, one is on the other. And they were like, we cannot give him an Oscar, which is so messed up, because to me, it just shows his range of how he can, how great of an actor he is. Mm-hmm. But they did not give him the Oscar that year. And he was up for it. They were like, everyone was saying he's getting that Oscar for that Dreamgirls role. And he didn't get it because of that movie, that Norbit movie that came out.
Yeah, well, you know what? He got paid well for all of them.
And that's all that matters, I'm sure, to him.
Yeah, so he's set. I think he got about 10 kids too. He good.
And one of his kids is dating Martin Lawrence's kid.
Get out of here.
Yeah, they're engaged, and they were teasing each other about who's going to pay for the wedding. Yeah, and Martin and Eddie was like, it's customary that the father of the bride pays for the wedding, and then Martin was like, well, it depends on who got more money. Yeah, so their kids are dating.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. That just that, and somebody said that baby gonna come out hilarious.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so that we're gonna keep Jamie in our prayers, and hopefully he'll be just fine. Any comments? Anybody? Oh, Dr. Seeker says she loves them.
She loved them. I guess
Mhm.
she's talking about
The comedians, maybe.
yeah, maybe she's talking about the movies.
Oh, the movies.
the
Yeah,
Eddie
yeah.
Murphy movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to laugh. I have a sense of humor, but I don't like silly stuff that's just like I don't find the humor in it. I can't. It's really a reach for me to laugh at like stuff that's super silly. And I'm just like, I can't roll over laughing like that. Norbit
Going down the slide, yes. when he was like the woman,
he couldn't get down the slide.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that was hilarious. And plus the voice and oh my God, you think Norbit wasn't funny? Norbit was hilarious.
Now was Norbit? It was about a big person, right?
It was about Eddie Murphy being this cornball guy with glasses who married this big woman that also was Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
I forget her name, Lucretia or something. And yeah, in the car that they like they had this little tiny car.
I see Evangelist Garvin got that sense of humor too.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to look at it again. I couldn't find the humor. I thought it was super silly.
And then they had Terry Crews and all that.
He was in that?
Yeah, and all her brothers was these built muscle guys, and they was intimidating Eddie Murphy and stuff.
Oh, okay. Maybe I didn't see it then. Maybe I need to, because I remember bits and pieces. But somebody said Rasputia.
Rasputia, that's right. Get out of here. He said that's his wife's middle name. He lied. No, man, I know that's not.
See, now y'all gonna make me go back and try to find this movie because I gotta see what was so funny about it.
No, if that is your wife's name, I apologize. It's a beautiful name. I apologize. It's a really nice name.
Reverend Harris, you just playing.
What's up, Rev? God bless you, man. Thank you for coming through.
Yep.
Thank you for coming through.
Well, okay, so now you have on here. What's the best series made for TV?
Right. And when I'm talking about that genre, y'all got to vote on this now. Y'all nobody voted on the Martin thing. Mm-hmm. I think Martin kind of on that.
Yeah.
But y'all got to vote on this, like, because I watched Snowfall. Snowfall was awesome. Power, the first generation, I thought was awesome. The second one is okay. Then the one with Tommy, I don't know what that's called. That one's okay too. And then now they have the one with Kanan as a kid. And what was the other one? Oh, BMF, I think is out also. What do y'all think?
So you're like talking about those kind of series.
Yeah, those kind of series. What were you thinking of?
Well, out of the ones you named, I never saw Snowfall. I never saw BMF really or whatever.
Oh my God, and the ending was amazing.
But I like the Hamptons, the Black Hamptons. That was so good. And
but they cut that off.
But it's coming back.
Oh, it is.
It's coming back. Yeah. Okay. That I like. Like movies that are on Lifetime. Those kinds of series. And so out of the ones you mentioned, though, I like Power.
The first one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was really good, but Snowfall is really good too. I don't know if anybody saw that.
Is it done now? Is it?
Yeah, they had the last episode. I think it's six seasons. That was good. But I like that kind of stuff. Just binge The Wire. The Wire was awesome too. I don't think you saw that either.
Yeah, I heard
The
about
Wire
that.
was awesome. It was. Yeah. And you know what?
New York Undercover was one of my favorite drama series when it was out.
I think that The Wire really didn't get the recognition that it should have. One of the greatest of all times, yeah.
Okay.
And people were telling me, Reverend Harris, people telling me you gotta watch that. And I started watching, and then once I watched the first couple episodes, it was I was all in.
Wasn't that in Baltimore or something like that?
Right.
Yeah.
But it was real, and then it was amazing how far they were willing to go. So I don't want to ruin it for you since you haven't seen
Yeah.
it, but it is it's definitely worth the time. If you binge that, you'll enjoy it. Even if you don't binge it, if you just watch it, a couple episodes till you catch up to it.
I gotta find the time.
It launched. Yeah, that's right. Because Omar
who?
I forgot the guy that he just recently passed away.
Oh, Mike. What's his name? Michael?
I don't remember, but he died. I think he died of an overdose or something. Yeah, but he was really good.
He had the scar in his.
Yeah, he was really, really good in that series. He was excellent in that series. And a couple other I forget the other guy who's detective.
Michael K. Williams.
Right.
Rest
Yeah, may he rest in peace. Yeah. Wow. Great series, The Wire.
Yeah, so I'll have to watch that.
But Blacklist, I like Blacklist too. That was really good.
Oh, Idris was in The Wire?
Yeah.
Oh, I really got to watch
that. Here we go.
I didn't know that. I had no idea he was in that.
Yeah, Idris Elba was. He was one of the main characters. I won't tell you, but yeah, he was in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of good actors in that thing.
Mm-hmm. What do you love, Robert? I know she was watching Snowfall, but I'm not sure what she was talking about. What movie series she's referring to. But yeah.
But Snowfall, one of the reasons why I liked it so much was because it was based on like a true story.
It really was.
Yeah, it's based on real events. Like Evangelist Garvin said, The Wire. She got to see it now. Well, you ain't know. You didn't know
Idris is on there either.
See that?
Yeah. Now that was the draw. All you had to do was say that. I'm like, say less.
See, First Lady didn't know that, and I wouldn't tell her
what?
that Morris Chestnut was in Snowfall.
He was not. He was not.
See, Morris Chestnut, she would have watched it. She'd have seen it all. She would have watched every episode.
And you know what? And maybe that's not right for me to do because there are 3 actors that I will watch if I know that they're in something. That's Morris Chestnut and Amari Hardrick and Idris Elba. Those 3 actors. If I know that they're in something, I'm going to make it my business to watch it. Mm-hmm. So now, and anything that you're in.
Yeah, right. She don't even watch my sermon. She be like, she be in the when we get home, she not at the church. When she's wherever she is, she do her thing. And then I'm saying, so how'd you like the sermon? I wasn't watching that. I was knitting or something.
Stop. No, I listen to
Evangelist Garvin said
the same, right? That's whoever's in it. Like Amari Hardrick, I just came up on a show that he was in Netflix. And it was like it was kind of like a Love Jones. If anybody know what Love Jones is about, that's one of those.
Favorite.
My favorite movie is Love Jones, and it was kind of a movie like that, and it was so good. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize this was out. And he's such a great actor, and Denzel Washington took him in.
Yeah,
Denzel Washington helped him out and took him in. I guess that's how he was able to perfect his craft. But he's a great actor, and so I watched that movie, and I had to watch it again and again. I'm like, this is such a good movie. But so my favorite all-time movie though is Love Jones and anything Diana Ross was in. Any movie Diana Ross was in, like be in the back of the day, like Lady Sings the Blues, Mahogany. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love those movies. I love those movies.
Yeah,
and the soundtracks to them too.
Yeah, my favorite movie is The 5 Heartbeats. I like that. But I've seen it so many times now. I mean,
you couldn't watch it again.
I could, but I don't really, it's not like, oh, there's 5 Heartbeats again. But
yeah, if it's on, like I won't go searching for it, but if it's on, I watch it because Billy D. Williams, he's like, you want my arm to fall off? Ain't nobody's business. And then the Mahogany, that my favorite scene, movie one-liner. Love those first. Yeah, right. And that one, in Mahogany, she's like, I got 6 kids and my man left me. What you gonna do about that? are you gonna help me and my family out? You gonna help me? He was like, and this is when she came back after she was left and been a star and model and everything. He was like, who is that? Who is that? Who's saying that? Can the person who's saying that please show her face? Can you say? I like know it by heart. But that was such a romantic movie. I mean, you know, I loved it. They were very good movies. Yeah, they were. They were very good movies.
Yeah, I like those movies as well. Richard Pryor was in
Lady Sings the Blues. Yeah, that was
he was
really
good in that.
And you know what? You know what other movies I like? The old ones. Let's Do It Again. Piece of the Action.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Both of those movies.
Yes. And the movie One Liner. Which one is this from? If you don't tell this girl to get this gun off my face before I make her eat it.
And she was nervous.
Yeah, she was nervous. Yes.
I think that was a piece of the
That
action.
was a piece of the action.
Yeah,
Yes. Those movies with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby. Perfect. I love them. And those movies I can watch again and again and again. Because it that was representation. You know, it was great entertainment.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Absolutely.
Was that Sparkle? Yeah, that's
good
my sister's favorite. Yeah, that was a good one. Did you like the remake, Roz? Oh, the old one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, with Irene Cara in it. Yeah, that was really. It was super sad, but it was so good.
Was it Michael Thomas?
Philip.
Philip Michael.
Yeah, because the one who was in Miami.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
You know what else was a good old movie too? It was Cooley High.
Oh yes, Cooley High.
That movie almost made me cry. When Cochise died.
When your eyes were sweating.
Oh no, not Cochise.
Yeah, your eyes was
almost.
Yeah.
Almost got me on that one.
Yeah. That was a good movie too. Yeah, they really had some good ones.
Yeah,
those were clean movies.
Yeah.
Exactly. Clean movies.
Yeah, Cooley High was really good. And the soundtrack was really good in that too. So hard to say goodbye.
Yeah. Those were the days. Yeah. Those were the days. Now these movies, that's why I kind of, I like Power. There's a lot of gruesome stuff in it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was only really watching it because of the actor that was in it.
Yeah, but there's some parts in these new ones like I'd be like, all right.
Gruesome, right?
Yeah, and plus they had God bless everybody that do their thing, but I'm not with the homosexual parts. I don't really care for that.
It seems like
God bless them. I just don't. They could go around those parts, the real intimate stuff.
But you know what? They say it too. Representation matters. That's what they're saying. That's why they got to be in there.
I could dig it. I still watch it, but that part.
But yeah, I'm with you. Like that part, I could do without. But.
Yeah, I don't really care for that. But God bless them. Amen.
Amen.
Speaking of Cooley High, nobody. I see. So what do we have? The Wire, Blacklist, and.
I think, do most of you watch movies based on who the actor is that's in it? Or do you watch the movies for the titles? Like, does the title sound good? Because I watch them based on the actors. Really. I don't, like, if I know who's like Nia Long is one of my favorite actresses. So if I know that she's going to be in a movie, I'll watch it because I know that she's going to be in a movie. But I don't really particularly just go and watch a movie just to be watching it. And, what do you do? You watch it?
Yeah, I definitely the cast is important. Yeah, but I don't care. I don't necessarily have a actor where everything they put out I gotta watch. Mm-hmm. If it's not in something that I'm interested in, then I don't. No offense, but I had my fill of the love movies. Mm-hmm. I like more action and stuff happening. Comedy. So
comedy and romance, I love.
Yeah. So it's got to be something that that's gonna make me laugh, or I'm gonna be entertained, mm-hmm. or shocked. Mm-hmm. Even that works.
And I like, speaking of comedy, we went when we were we took the kids on their tour, of HBCUs. Mm-hmm. We actually stayed in a hotel where it was a comedy show. Mm-hmm. She has no favorites. It was a comedy venue, right? A comedy place. Mm-hmm. And so when we were checking in, the lady was telling us, okay, everything, the restaurant is over here. There's we're having a comedy show over here. I'm like, oh, comedy, it's like something we haven't do in a long time. So I was like, okay, we'll try that out. So we went and we laughed. It was so much fun.
It was good.
It was such a great, and we didn't know. I've never heard of any of those comics, but it was in Baltimore.
Yeah,
it was in Baltimore. So like Martin Lawrence has been there. A lot of comedians have been there. Maybe started at that particular venue.
Right.
But those guys, they were hilarious.
Yeah. What was the guy? Damon Williams was the headliner.
Yeah. You saw him. You said you've heard.
Yeah,
him.
I've seen him before. Yeah. And there were a couple other guys that I hadn't heard of that were pretty funny. The other guy that was, that came on before him, he was funny too.
And there was this lady who was just like really heckling. Like,
yeah, I know. I hate that. Like, just calm down.
Yeah, it's not even necessary. What do you want to get? Are you trying to get your 5 minutes of fame or something?
The cast. Yeah. Sometimes, but overall, I like
most movies. Yeah. So we just and I enjoyed that. Just having, because comedy is, they say, or laughter is medicine for the soul, right? That's what they say in the Bible.
But I like. For some reason, I don't know why I have to pray on it, but I like bad acting. I really do. I love bad acting.
Like The Oval. He loves The Oval.
I love The Oval, and the acting is
horrible.
Horrible.
And we're like, is Tyler Perry purposely like finding bad actors to pay, because he wants to put this out and have a TV show, and maybe he has to pay actors. The budget is like not that big.
I think Tyler is, right now he's doing volume. He's just putting stuff out there. And then I think he tries to groom them into being good actors. But The Oval has the greatest collection of horrible actors of any show I've ever seen.
Anybody watch The Oval? It's like the president, and I was really upset.
And the plot is like super ridiculous. Like there's no way it could ever happen. This could happen. Oh my God.
And he loves it.
I love it.
But
I got mad because they didn't say that it was that was the last episode.
Oh, is it?
Well, until the season. I used to like
it. I did too. I used to like it, but when it got to a point, it was ridiculous.
I think it's coming back in September, but they didn't say this final episode. They didn't even say that. And then I was like, what happened? And there was no more episodes. Crazy.
What did she say?
I don't.
That's something she wrote.
Oh, she must.
But yeah, she sent it. Message you in it. But yeah, The Oval. Oh, I like Sisters. Does anybody watch this show, Sisters, that Tyler Perry has out? It's not, the acting isn't all that great, but it's not worse. It's not as bad as The Oval.
Nah, it's definitely not as bad as The Oval.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, to me, I kind of liken it to Girlfriends with Tracy Ellis Ross. So Sisters is kind of like Girlfriends, but I watch that. That's a good show.
But yeah, but it's way it's not as well written as Girlfriends, not at all.
Yeah, because you have different people.
Oh my God, it's like, if you can't figure out what's going to happen in Sisters, you must not have watched any television, because it is, you could tell every single thing that's going to happen, and it's not good.
Yeah. Well,
but there's a handsome guy in it, so First Lady likes it.
Yeah, there is. And actually, that handsome guy, him and his girlfriend on Sisters, they were so great in that they have actually a spinoff show. They actually have a spinoff show. So that
Tyler Perry is the king of spinoffs.
Yeah,
he puts one show and then spin. Oh my God! Because what was it? Meet the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's assisted living, and then now it's some other show from assisted living, and another, like, this just doesn't stop.
But Tyler Perry has some great movies. That the best movie that I like, one of the two out of all the ones that he's actually done, there are two that are my favorite. Daddy's Little Girls.
That was a good one.
because Idris Elba's in that. But it was a really good movie. I thought that was a good
Yeah,
movie.
it was a good movie.
Kind of reminded me of you with your daughters. And what was the other one? Daddy's a Girl. Oh, and Why Did I Get Married? Why Did I Get Married 1 and 2?
Yeah, but Good Deeds, I thought that was good too.
Yeah, Good Deeds was good. Yeah, but I put those two in the top.
Acrimony, that was pretty good.
That was I wondered if he even actually really wrote that one because that was really good. That was a really good one.
See, I think that Tyler Perry's movies are really good. The ones that are serious and the ones that are not crazy, like Medea joints. But the Tyler Perry movies where he actually has a plot and he uses, actresses like Thandi Newton, these real qualified and experienced actors. Those movies are good. I think that Tyler got it going on. Oh yeah. But I think that he kind of uses the television thing because a movie he could take 6 months to make 2 hours. But the television, he's got like 2 weeks to put in, to make an hour of television.
Yeah.
It's not, and so the quality, in my opinion, is just not the same.
But I heard that him and Oprah, he kind of saved Oprah's network.
That's why he keep popping up with these shows.
Yeah.
Got his content is all about content.
I mean, he didn't do Greenleaf, but Greenleaf was really good. That movie, that show.
Yeah, Greenleaf. I saw a few episodes of that. Then I kind of got disinterested.
Yeah, that one was really good. But I'm so looking forward to Blackhampton's coming back on. And I was disappointed when they said they weren't having any more seasons because I was so into. They left off with it was
a cliffhanger.
And I'm like, and then it says we're not airing. I'm like, what? But then I guess because they had gotten so much feedback that they decided to, I guess
if they can justify it, they'll bring it back.
Right, but who's is it? The TV? Who is it? Yeah,
I'm not sure who
makes that decision, right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure who produced that.
Yeah.
But Family Business is another one of those series.
Is that the one with Yolanda Adams in it?
No, that's I forget what the name of that one is, but that one's okay. That's got Michael Jai White in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Family Business is the one. What are these? What's this family's name? There's some good actors in that.
That's on BET or
Clifton.
Powell.
Powell was in it, but he got killed off. But he was in it. They had some good actors in there too.
Well, I just enjoy, good movies. I want to change the subject a little bit, really, really quickly, and then lastly, we'll leave off with what you have.
Come on.
But family portraits, pictures, family portraits, have they gone out of style? Because Age asked to do a family portrait. She wants to do a family portrait. I'm like, because I feel like I was surprised that she asked to do one because, everybody's older. When we were young, when they were younger, we did a lot of our family pictures and everything, but now everybody's older. I still like them. I think they're really, really good to have, but I would love to do a family portrait. Anybody know of anyone who can do a nice family portrait? Like take not like a painting, but like, a professional photographer where we go maybe into the studio and then, take a nice family portrait.
I mean, a little tough because
I don't think they do. Do they even do them anymore?
I think so. I think they still do them.
Yeah.
We got we got 2 down in Virginia.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to make it happen. Because family portrait, and then where does it stop? Because I would like to include. I mean, the girls, and then, but I would like to include my mom and my sister, my niece. That's for me, that's the nucleus, and we can have that family. But I think that's right. I think that's a good idea. So I think I'm gonna have to look into it. I just need to know where to start, and I know it's gonna probably cost a lot of money. But
when First Lady says she's gonna look into it, that means it's gonna happen. Trust me. I'm gonna look into it as code for get ready because it's about to go down.
Well, thanks to Adrian. That was her idea. The last one we had was right here, and it really wasn't a professional one, but it was a good one. But but we want to do a professional family portrait.
It was my cousin did that. He's a professional.
Anyway.
Let's rewind like I didn't say that.
Yes. Okay. So we last thing on our
last thing
on our little list here is it is Teacher Appreciation Week, right?
Yeah, it was.
It was. It starts with you meaning whatever you desire. What do you mean, Evangelist Garvin?
It stops with you meaning whatever you desire, I guess.
Oh, okay, got it.
So it's our favorite teacher, Jasmine Dominique Thomas. Yes. Teacher of the Year is a beautiful profession. They're underpaid and overworked. So we pray for them. Pray that they will, that they'll be compensated like they should be. And it's not only is it a challenging job to teach the kids, but it's a challenging job and it's dangerous.
It depends on what area you're into, right? I think.
Yeah, because obviously the school shootings are dangerous, but there's some kids that are out of control, and Jasmine, the little boy tried to attack her, and thank God he didn't hurt her, but still, these kids are, they're not like back in the day when
you threaten them to call their parents, and they'll be like, okay.
And now
you threaten to call parents. Here's the phone. Giving you the phone.
And the parents are worse than the kids.
Sunday School Teachers Day, yeah. Give it up.
Oh, when is that, Dr. Stevenson?
I guess that's part of teaching, right?
Oh, is it? I thought she was saying I think there's a Tanya Gillian.
Yay, yes. To all the teachers.
Yay.
Near and far.
Monique,
yes. Retired and active still. God bless you. Thank you. You guys are the reason why we have information that we have, right? Yeah. You guys should get paid more.
Yeah, they should. Teachers are a reason that America isn't as dumb as it could be. Trust me, it's still dumb, but it could be way dumber.
Speak for yourself. I'm not dumb.
Hey, not you, boo. Not you. I'm just saying. There's a
yes, all teachers.
God, never mind.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Hanging in.
Yes, hanging in there with us. We just like to get on and just have a conversation. And sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's thought-provoking, and sometimes it's funny. We just hope that you enjoy every part that we play on what it is.
What it is. And tell your friends next week we'll be a little more interactive and we'll have fun and bring up some more fun, interesting topics to talk about.
Yeah.
Amen.
Sounds good.
Bless your hearts.
God bless.
Y'all have a wonderful evening. Let's see. There it is.